We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up.
Guys, welcome to my channel. We have a lot of fun things going on today. One of them being this wall behind me that me and my little guy have been working very hard on. We are going to be finishing up painting this wall today. So we're going to go ahead and finish it up. We are going to do a little bit of cleanup, a little light cleanup in the kitchen, and then we're going to go ahead and start decorating for Valentine's Day, which we are super excited about. We actually started this wall yesterday afternoon, so I'm going to insert some of that footage here, let you see the process of the before because it really is quite a difference, and then I'll meet you right back up here so we can finish up the third coat. This is the before wall. We had a lot of patchwork we had to do. My husband had done that. We had some speakers in this wall that had to come out. We hadn't used them and they were original to the house. So this wall has been like this for a while. My husband actually did these boxes quite a while ago, actually. And funny enough, when he did these boxes on the wall, we had a huge TV unit in front of it. So you can hardly see all this beautiful woodwork that he did because this huge, gigantic TV unit was blocking it. So we've since gotten rid of that, gave it to somebody else who can use it, which was wonderful. We've moved our TV to over our fireplace. And I always knew I wanted to accent this wall in this black color that I love. It's tricorn black from Sherwin-Williams. And it's a color that I've been accenting our first floor and now our basement with as well. So it's nice to kind of have it flow throughout the house and incorporate it in different places. So me and my little guy Angelo here, we're doing this job. We are back. We finished the third coat. And I love this trick of putting the foil in the pan here so that you don't ever have a dirty pan and you could just get rid of the foil. That's a super quick and easy trick for getting rid of that. And I'm peeling off the painter's tape, which is the most satisfying part. And I love the way it came out. It looks a lot sharper and nicer in the black. And when we finish off painting this room in the white color that's going to be coming, I think it's going to just look really great and pop. And we have some pictures that we're going to hang on this wall. So this was a fun project. I love to paint. Sometimes it's a little bit of a tedious task, but I was really happy to get that done. And I think it looks really good. So we are moving on to lots of things today. We have lots of random things to get to. One of them being this pothos plant that I love. I love my house plants. I want to incorporate more, definitely going into this spring. And this guy's trailing a ton. So I want him to get a little bit fuller up top and trail a little bit less right now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off a few of these stems. And I'm going to use that, what I think is a fancy word, propagate. I'm going to put some of these stems here that I'm cutting off into just a small vase of water, making sure that no leaves get into the water because you don't want any rot, and just putting it in a nice sunny window, and that'll root these babies right up, and then you can go ahead and plant them, and you'll have some new little pothos plants from your one that you already have. So I am getting that here on my kitchen windowsill, and those little nubs is what you want kind of under the water if you haven't done that before. So went ahead and did that, and then we are moving on to all of this laundry. So this is typically where I fold my laundry, is in my bedroom, and I try to always make the bed when I get up in the morning. It doesn't always happen. So sometimes when the kids get off to school, I will come back up here now and make my bed. I need to do that before I do anything else. And it's just a complete sea of laundry. And normally it gets like this because either I've started and didn't get to finish because I was interrupted, or the kids come in here looking for something in the laundry basket that I haven't had a chance to fold yet, and they just take it and throw it all over my room. So this is usually what we end up with. And when I fold laundry, this is pretty much the process. Is I fold everything in my room. I put my older two kids' folded laundry outside their door so that it's waiting for them when they get home to put away. And then my two youngest, I will go ahead and put their laundry away because they're just, I mean, they're capable of doing it, but they share a room and everything is so tight in there, and it's just almost easier for me to just get it done. So got all that laundry put away, and wish it was really that fast in real life. As we know, it is not. It takes a very long time. And we are left with the basket of socks, which is another endless task. Getting all of these together. And I've done this in so many different ways in the past. I've had the kids come in and do it. I've kind of left it and had them just fish out of the basket. But today I'm getting all these socks put away. And why is it that we're always left with all these leftover socks? I mean, I know why. They go missing. Our dog likes to eat socks. Ellie's a sheepadoodle. Supposedly it's a thing that they like to eat socks and cotton and pretty much anything she will inhale. So we are always missing socks. In the playroom, just wanted to get a little bit of cleanup done in here before we move on to some really fun DIY projects I'm going to be doing today for Valentine's Day. It is this week, which is really fun. We have lots of things going on in school this week. I have a birthday party that I am going to be prepping for coming this weekend. My third turned 10 recently, and we're having a fun party for him. So got to get some stuff for him done this week. But in this video, we're going to be doing some cute DIY projects for Valentine's Day. And I just wanted to get the basement straightened up. I haven't really shown you guys down here yet. We are in the middle of kind of renovating down here, and the lighting is not great. But I just wanted to come down here and straighten up. They do come down here now to play video games now that we have the floor done and the couch down here. This is my area right now where I do my crafting. It is hopefully going to look a lot better and more organized than this in the near future. I am working on now some tic-tac-toe little cinch sacks for Valentine's Day. And these are really cute. They're really cute to do for your own kiddos, and you can personalize them with their names. These are for a classroom Valentine's Day gifts. So they're not going to be personalized with the name, but they are going to have this fun tic-tac-toe board put onto the back of them. And these sacks I get at the Dollar Tree, and they come 3 for $1.25. And they are just perfect for something like this. And if you have a Cricut, then you can just go, or, you know, any type of cutting machine, go ahead and cut out your tic-tac-toe. And this I just made on my Cricut Design Space. And I go ahead and put them in the back of these XOXO little burlap bags. And they come out adorable. I'm going to insert a picture of the finished look of them, but I add a little gift tag on them. And I add the little heart game pieces on the inside. And the kids always love these. I've done these for my own kids, like I said, with their names personalized in the front, kind of in white over the XOXOs. And they're just really fun and cute and a little different, and not a candy or a chocolate or a treat. So it's just something different that the kids can kind of have and use. And I'm going to show you a picture here of how they turn out. They turn out really, really cute. They actually would really make a cute favor too for a party. So then I had gotten that file off of Etsy, and I printed it out. And you can personalize the from tag with whoever you want. So that's a really fun project. I love doing things like this. It's something I always want to do for the kids for school. And they come out really cute. So now I am working on a wreath. I'm going to be making a pink kind of ombre tulip wreath. This is another thing I love to do. I love making wreaths. I used to work at a florist many, many years ago, and I never lost kind of my passion for, working with real flowers and fake flowers. So I wanted to do this for not only just for spring and make a super cute spring wreath, but I wanted to do it for Valentine's Day too. I thought the pink would be really fun. So I got all my tulips from Michael's, and I actually had this grapevine wreath on hand, but of course you can find them at Michael's or any craft store really. And it turns out really cute, and I'll show you a little bit later in the video how I kind of styled it in my house. For now, I didn't put it on my door right now, but I did hang it up in my house upstairs. So I'm going to show you that a little bit later on in the video, but this is really fun and cute and came out really pretty. Another DIY I've been wanting to do that I've seen last year too, I wanted to do it, I never got a chance to get to it, is they're usually done with sweet tarts. You'll see this done with those hard kind of message candies, which was my original intent. But in order for me to fill up this vase here, because I had gotten the bigger vase from Walmart and that smaller inner vase is from the Dollar Tree, it was just going to take too many bags of those sweet tarts. I would have been spending $30 on sweet tarts, or what? I don't think they're sweet tarts, but you know what I'm saying, the message candies. So when I was at Dollar Tree picking up that inner vase, I found these really cute pink and white marshmallows. And I thought, you know what? These might work just as nice, if not better. And they take up more space, so I won't have to buy as many bags. And they were $1.25 each. So I think I ended up buying 5 bags because I wasn't sure how many I was going to need. And I believe I only used 3 bags. And they're actually really yummy marshmallows that I will be putting the leftovers into our little hot cocoa station kind of jar for the kids. So this worked out in more ways than one. So I'm just stacking them up here, as you can see. I was kind of going with the pattern, and then I kind of switched it up because I had more whites than pinks at one point, or more pinks than whites, one of those. And I think it came out really cute. And doing this way, you can use, obviously, you can use faux flowers, which I'm going to start off with here because at this point I didn't have real flowers. But you can use real flowers because that inner vase, you can go ahead and put water in it and it looks really pretty. And I'll actually show you that later when I give you a little tour of our Valentine's Day decorations in the house. I had switched it at that point with some fresh flowers. So this came out really cute. I had to tell the kids not to eat the marshmallows out of this, that there were some in the little hot cocoa jar. But this was really fun, and I was glad I decided to go with the marshmallows. Either way, I think it would look really cute, but this was really fun and a cute project, and I'm filling up that marshmallow jar that we keep over here with some of these marshmallows. Over here, this is kind of our family room, kind of an extension of our hallway that leads into our family room and then into our kitchen. I can't put anything really that sticks out far here because it's a little bit of a narrow space coming out of that hallway. So I've had these, I think they're just considered floating shelves here that I had gotten from Kohl's, probably 10 plus years ago at this point. And I just like to keep some pictures of the kids here. But over the seasons now, I've kind of been decorating it to the seasons with different frames, kind of art to go with the season. And I put, for Christmas, I had a bunch of like our Christmas pictures there of the kids throughout the years. And then for Valentine's Day, these are just fun that I have to put on the windows in the front, but thought those were really cute. For Valentine's Day, I went ahead and bought some of those Valentine's Day scrap papers from Hobby Lobby, and they're super cheap there. If you get them 40% off, they're, some anywhere between 25 cents to 50 cents a sheet. So I went ahead and just grabbed some that caught my eye and I thought would look fun up there. And I'm taking the same frames that I've had up there for quite a while now, and I am putting some of these scrap papers in there, and I'm just going to leave those simply as that, just for Valentine's Day decorations, and just kind of cleaning up the glass and the frames as we go. And then I'm going to place them up here with some of my new pictures of the kiddos that I got. And unfortunately, I am not certain where the rest of my footage was. I don't know where it disappeared to of me kind of creating that little collage, but I will show you later on how it turns out, because it does turn out super cute. This is my little olive tree that I have over here. I put back into our kitchen. And I'm just hanging some hearts on there that we had some from previous trees that I used to keep up from Christmas. I used to keep up our flocked trees and decorate them for Valentine's Day, but this year I wasn't feeling it. I wanted all the Christmas stuff to be put away and gone, so I decided to hang some of those hearts on our little olive tree here. This is a little mini wreath that I made for my new niece. She just turned a month old, and I had gotten her one of those, the picture mats where they kind of, my sister will lay her on the blanket, and it says like what month, how old she is, and I had to make that little ring so that she could put it over the month. So that came out really cute. I actually thought it'd be really cute even to put in her hair. When she gets a little bit bigger, it came out really cute. So I am at the point now where I am just straightening up the kitchen a little bit. I did a lot of Valentine's Day decorating in my last video. So if you didn't see that, I'd love for you to go and check that out after you finish watching this one. That was a lot of fun. So I did a lot of that already, as you can see. But, I added the collage. I added, our vase here with the fun heart marshmallows. And I've been adding and changing up a couple things here and there. So I just wanted to get a good vacuum in the kitchen and the family room. And then I'm going to give you a little tour of our Valentine's Day decor. And nothing crazy, but just a little touches here and there. And I think it came out really cute. And I'd love to share it with you. Allie's over here at my feet, giving everyone some love. I hung this tulip wreath right here so you can see it when you walk in our front door. I think it brings a lot of that spring hopefulness that is around the corner to our dining room here, because it sure is cold and brisk outside. Didn't add too much here in the dining room, just a few touches on my accent wall here of pieces that I've had, as well as a heart wreath here that I have hanging on the opposite side of the wall. This side table here I have in my hallway is one of my favorite places to decorate. Some of my DIY wax melts I have in our wax melt over there on the bottom. Our little bit of decor in the bench area, and we turn into our collage that I think just turned out really cute. I have one picture of my husband and I that I do need to find or purchase a frame for, but I think it came out really cute. The kiddos pictures are all up there, as well as some of our family shots. I just added a cute few little details with the doilies and some things that I had picked up from Dollar Tree in years past. Had some of these pink vases that I just put some loose greenery in, as well as some heart picks, and I think it really made a cute accent there on the wall.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way. Live your truth and good will come to you.
The kitchen is definitely one of my favorite places to decorate for all the holidays. Always find places to add the little touches of the holiday as well as the seasons. I always enjoy putting a rolling pin and a towel of some sort into the KitchenAid, as well as putting some seasonal towels on the ovens and little decor pieces over top as well. I have my DIY here that we did in my last video of our wax melts and our Valentine's Day candles. That was really fun. The vase with the marshmallows in it, I have since put some fresh flowers in there, and I had some of these fun Valentine's Day balloons from last year that still stayed inflated that I had stuck in there as well. So I thought that this really turned out really cute and an inexpensive way to add a little bit of Valentine's in your home for the holiday, which was super fun. I also found 2 more of these mugs to add to my collection. They did indeed have them at Walgreens this year when I went there. So I had picked up 2 more to add to our coffee station here, as well as those cute marshmallows that my kiddos can now include in their hot chocolates. put a little bit of greenery and some of our light up hearts here around the window. It's not the best shot. It was hard to get a good shot of this with the glare, but I think everything here in the kitchen turned out really cute. I am now preparing one of my go-to slow cooker meals. Now, I am going to link the recipe for you below. It is a slow cooker lemon chicken. I have made this so many times now that I don't look at the recipe anymore, and I kind of altered it to add a few things. I do a couple of things differently, but I will link the recipe just so that you have reference. But I basically take some chicken breasts here, and there is no need to cut them in half. When you put them in the slow cooker, they come out just as well, leaving them whole. But I just like to make my chicken go farther, so I go ahead and cut those into half. I put some flour in a Ziploc baggie, as well as some ranch seasoning mix. Now, if you prefer not to use the ranch seasoning mix, you can, of course, season it with whatever you like. I like to put it in a baggie just for convenience of not having a dish to have to throw in the dishwasher. So just getting some olive oil or avocado oil or whatever you prefer into a hot pan here. And we are just browning the chicken at this point. There's no need to cook it all the way through. We just want to get a nice crisp brown on it before we do go ahead and put it into the slow cooker. It will cook through when it is in there, so there is no need to make sure that it is cooked through here in the pan. You're just giving it a nice brown, which I like to do with a lot of my protein and especially like meat, beef recipes. Just makes that flavor really get locked in. While that is browning up, I am getting the rest of my chicken here that I won't be using for tonight's recipe into the freezer. And I always do the same thing when it comes to freezing my chicken. I usually wrap it in plastic wrap, but I am out of plastic wrap, so I am going ahead and just using the press and seal, which does the same thing. And this is not freezer press and seal. It's just the regular. We go through chicken very quickly in our house. It does not have enough time to sit in the freezer and collect freezer burn. So I'm not overly cautious about putting my chicken into a freezer bag or a freezer type wrapping because we use it so quickly. I will use all that chicken within a week. So I go ahead and I individually wrap that and I get it into a Ziploc bag and go ahead and put it into the freezer for the rest of the week. And just getting the rest of that chicken in there and turned a little more olive oil if needed. The chicken breasts will go into this bag now. And this, obviously, when you're wrapping the chicken breasts, it just keeps everything from turning into one huge clump of chicken when you put it in the freezer. And it just makes grabbing them out and making meals and thawing that much easier. Once I get the chicken here browned up on both sides, I'm going to go ahead and stick it into the slow cooker. And well, now I'm going in and gone ahead and doing the last few pieces here, and we're going to just do the same process of browning, flipping, browning, and getting it put in the slow cooker. And this recipe, like I said, I've made years and years and years now, and it's always a request from my husband. It's a really easy go-to meal for busy weeknights. Something I add to the recipe is onions. I love a good onion, so I am chopping up one decent sized onion there. I'm just thinly slicing it. And once I get this chicken browned and out of the out of the pan and into the slow cooker, I am going to go ahead and add a little more olive oil to the hot pan and get those onions in there. And again, the onions don't need to fully cook. I just like to soften them up with a little bit of olive oil and the heat before I transfer them into the slow cooker. Another thing I like to do is put a little bit of chicken broth onto the bottom of my pan here. It gets all that smoke sizzling, and I like to go ahead and get all those brown bits up with a wooden spoon It's just everything that's always on the bottom of the pan is just tons of flavor. So it not only adds flavor to the meal, but it makes cleaning the dish that much easier. Now my onions are going into the slow cooker on top of the chicken. I am simply adding a couple of tablespoons of that flour that I had left over in the bag, as well as a half a cup to a cup of chicken broth, a half a cup of lemon. I like to add some of my chicken bouillon here that I have in the refrigerator. It is not necessary. I just think it adds a nice flavor to it. And we're going to go ahead and cook it on high for 3 to 4 hours. I'm also making a cute Valentine's treat for the kiddos. Super easy, semi-homemade type of dessert. You're just going to go ahead and use a strawberry cake box mix, some vegetable oil, 2 eggs, and a little bit of vanilla extract. I believe it was a teaspoon, but I'll link the recipe for you below. Get that all mixed up until it forms a dough that you can work with. The recipe does say to refrigerate this dough for 15 to 30 minutes. So I went ahead and got it all off of the KitchenAid there, covered the bowl up and just stuck it right in the refrigerator for about 15 to 30 minutes. Then you want to set your oven for 350. I simply roll these into little balls before putting them into the oven. You can also ice these. You can dip them in chocolate. I just went ahead and left them plain. They were very soft. Okay, guys, I'm so happy that you hung with me today. I hope you got some motivation and inspo for some of your own Valentine's DIYs this week and decorating ideas for throughout your home. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'm so happy that you're here. And if you are new, I would so much appreciate you to click that subscribe button. I have a lot of new things coming, and I'm excited to see ya. Thanks so much for watching.
I've been losing sleep, what to do? Could somebody come and take me away? I've been in the deep without you.